Welcome. Today we will be reading Lesson 210 in the workbook and from the text, Chapter 18, Section 6, Beyond the Body, paragraphs 9 through 14. And now for Lesson 210. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. (190) I choose the joy of God instead of pain. Pain is my own idea. It is not a thought of God, but one I thought apart from Him and from His will. His will is joy, and only joy for His beloved Son, and that I choose instead of what I made. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I choose the joy of God instead of pain. In repeating the idea throughout today, does one recognize that pain gives witness to the guilt that emerges from one's attack on love, from one's separation from truth, and the making of an alternative reality? And yet, this pain can serve another purpose, seeing it as a reminder to choose differently, and thus pointing to the return of the joy one truly cherishes. And so does one turn over all painful thoughts to the spirit of joy, to retranslate them for oneself, and to guide one in all one's thoughts and actions throughout the day. For one is not a body, but love, and joy is love. And now for our text reading for today from Chapter 18, Section 6, Beyond the Body, paragraphs 9 through 14. The body is outside you, and but seems to surround you, shutting you off from others and keeping you apart from them, and them from you. It is not there. There is no barrier between God and His Son, nor can his Son be separated from himself except in illusions. This is not his reality, though he believes it is. Yet this could only be if God were wrong. God would have had to create differently and to have separated himself from his Son to make this possible. He would have had to create different things and to establish different orders of reality, only some of which were love. Yet love must be forever like itself, changeless forever and forever without alternative. And so it is. You cannot put a barrier around yourself, because God placed none between himself and you. You can stretch out your hand and reach to heaven. You, whose hand is joined with your brother's, have begun to reach beyond the body, but not outside yourself, to reach your shared identity together. Could this be outside you, where God is not? Is he a body, and did he create you as he is not, and where he cannot be? You are surrounded only by him. What limits can there be on you whom he encompasses? Everyone has experienced what he would call a sense of being transported beyond himself. This feeling of liberation far exceeds the dream of freedom sometimes hoped for in special relationships. It is a sense of actual escape from limitations. If you will consider what this transportation really entails, you will realize that it is a sudden unawareness of the body and a joining of yourself and something else in which your mind enlarges to encompass it. It becomes part of you as you unite with it, and both become whole, as neither is perceived as separate. What really happens is that you have given up the illusion of a limited awareness and lost your fear of union. The love that instantly replaces it extends to what has freed you and unites with it. And while this lasts, you are not uncertain of your identity and would not limit it. You have escaped from fear to peace, asking no questions of reality, but merely accepting it. You have accepted this instead of the body, and have let yourself be one with something beyond it, simply by not letting your mind be limited by it. This can occur regardless of the physical distance that seems to be between you and what you join, of your respective positions in space, and of your differences in size and seeming quality. Time is not relevant. It can occur with something past, present, or anticipated. The something can be anything and anywhere. A sound, a sight, a thought, a memory, and even a general idea without specific reference. Yet in every case you join it without reservation, because you love it and would be with it. And so you rush to meet it, letting your limits melt away, suspending all the laws your body obeys, and gently setting them aside. There is no violence at all in this escape. The body is not attacked, but simply properly perceived. It does not limit you merely because you would not have it so. You are not really lifted out of it. It cannot contain you. You go where you would be, gaining, not losing, a sense of self. In these instants of release from physical restrictions, you experience much of what happens in the holy instant. The lifting of the barriers of time and space, the sudden experience of peace and joy, and above all, the lack of awareness of the body, and of the questioning whether or not all this is possible. It is possible because you want it. The sudden expansion of awareness that takes place with your desire for it is the irresistible appeal the holy instant holds. It calls to you to be yourself within its safe embrace. There are the laws of limit lifted for you, to welcome you to openness of mind and freedom. Come to this place of refuge, where you can be yourself in peace. Not through destruction, not through a breaking out, but merely by a quiet melting in. For peace will join you there, simply because you have been willing to let go the limits you have placed upon love, and joined it where it is and where it led you, in answer to its gentle call to be at peace. We are told in this section that the body does not surround oneself, nor does it separate one from others or from one's creator. Communication is the never-ending condition of mind, and mind, being unlimited, can reach out to everyone and everything. Going beyond the body, one can experience being transported beyond oneself, feeling a release from limitations. An unawareness of the body arises, and one connects with something which the mind expands to embrace. Merging with it, one feels united and joined with it. The limitation of separation and the fear of union have been released. Replacing fear with love, accepting one's true identity and true reality, one has broken out of bondage to experience a holy expansiveness, similar to the holy instant.